Hi everyone.
I hope you're all doing well, and I truly wish goodness for every viewer watching today.
Today's topic is about something so essential to our lives.
Communication.
We talk, we text, we send emails, we share posts online. But have you ever wondered?
How did humans first begin to exchange information?
From the very start, people needed to share ideas,
Warn of danger.
and pass down stories, not just to connect socially, but to survive, to hunt, to trade, to form communities, and to build civilizations. The journey began tens of thousands of years ago. Long before writing, early humans relied on body language.
Hand signals and vocal sounds.
Archaeologists believe that even 100,000 years ago, people used rhythmic drumming
Hand claps.
and flickering firelight to send messages across short distances. One of the earliest advanced systems was the smoke signal, used by ancient Chinese communities, Native American tribes, and other cultures. Smoke carried warnings, celebration messages, or calls for gatherings. The shape, size,
and number of smoke bursts worked like a code in the air.
In West Africa, talking drums became a remarkable tool. They could imitate the pitch and rhythm of human speech. Villages separated by miles of forest could still exchange news in minutes. European explorers were astonished by how accurate and fast these messages were. Then came pictographs, images carved or painted on stone surfaces. From the caves of Lascaux in France to the rock shelters of Bhimbetka in India, these pictures told stories, preserved history, and passed knowledge across generations. They were more than art. They were the first steps toward written language. As societies expanded, so did the need for better record keeping. Around 3000 BCE, the Sumerians of Mesopotamia developed cuneiform writing on clay tablets. For the first time, laws, trade agreements, and epic tales like the Epic of Gilgamesh could be preserved for future generations. Before we move to our today, I want to say that this channel is user-friendly, no offensive content, no misinformation. We explain things with respect, curiosity, and authenticity.
By now you can see.
The earliest forms of communication were creative, practical, and deeply connected to survival. But as societies became more complex, people sought even more ways to send messages across greater distances by app. With writing in place, civilizations could now store knowledge beyond human memory. But different cultures shaped their own systems to fit their language, beliefs, and environment. In ancient Egypt, hieroglyphs became a powerful form of expression. They combined pictures, phonetic symbols, and signs representing entire ideas. These were carved into temples and tombs, but also written on papyrus scrolls, allowing royal decrees and religious texts to travel across the land. Far to the east, around 1200 BCE, China developed the oracle bone script. Words and questions were carved into turtle shell or animal bones, then heated until they cracked. Priests interpreted these cracks as messages from the gods. This script evolved into the Chinese characters,
Still used today.
one of the world's longest continuous writing traditions. Some civilizations didn't use writing at all, yet built highly organized systems. The Inca Empire in South America created the Quipu, a network of knotted strings, different knot styles, colors, and positions, stored numbers, records, and events. Trained specialists called Quipucameocs could read them with remarkable accuracy. On the seas, sailors invented methods to speak without words. Ancient Greeks used polished shields to reflect sunlight across long distances, a method similar to the heliograph. That came much later. Flags became another vital tool, able to signal commands during battles or guide ships through dangerous waters. Then came the age of carrier pigeons, used for over 3,000 years. These birds could return home from incredible distances, Romans used them for military messages, and centuries later, they played critical roles during wars, when all other communication failed. By the medieval period, communication was faster, more organized, and reaching across continents. The spread of papermaking from China through the Islamic world and into Europe set the stage for the next wave of inventions, ones that would bring information to more people than ever before. By the late medieval era, the need for faster, broader communication was undeniable. Empires, merchants, and scholars all relied on exchanging information quickly and accurately. In the 15th century, Johannes Gutenberg's printing press
revolutionized how knowledge spread.
Books, once copied slowly by hand, could now be produced in large numbers. This didn't just make reading materials more affordable. It sparked cultural movements, scientific revolutions, and the sharing of ideas across borders. Yet written communication still had limits. Messages took weeks or months to reach faraway places, so inventors turned to faster systems. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, the optical telegraph appeared in Europe. Tall towers equipped with moving arms sent coded signals from one station to another. Under ideal conditions, a message could travel hundreds of kilometers in just hours, a remarkable improvement for its time. Then came one of the greatest leaps, Samuel Morse's electric telegraph in the 1830s. Using simple dots and dashes, Morse code allowed instant communication over long distances. For the first time in history, people could send messages faster than they could travel themselves. The late 19th century brought the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell's invention turned voices into electrical signals, sending speech in real time to a listener far away. No more waiting for letters. A conversation could happen instantly, even between cities. Meanwhile, another innovation changed communication forever.
Radio.
By the early 20th century, wireless signals allowed ships, armies, and eventually the public to exchange messages without physical connections. The human voice could now travel across oceans without wires or roads, each step built on the last. From visual signals to electric pulses, communication was becoming faster, more personal,
and more powerful.
The stage was set for the next giant leap, one that would shrink the entire world into a single connected network. The 20th century marked a turning point. Technology wasn't just speeding up communication, it was transforming how humans connected all together. In 1969, a network called ARPANET linked a handful of research computers.
Few could have imagined.
This experiment would grow into the Internet, a system connecting billions of people worldwide. Email replaced letters for much business and personal contact. Messages that once took days could now arrive in seconds. By the late 20th and early 21st centuries, mobile phones took communication out of offices and homes and placed it in our pockets. Text messaging became a universal habit, allowing short, instant updates anywhere with a signal. The rise of smartphones combined calling, texting, and the internet into one device.
Video calls brought faces into conversations,
bridging continents in real time. Social media pushed communication into a new era. Platforms allowed anyone to share thoughts, photos, and live broadcasts with a global audience. Information could spread in minutes, both news and personal stories,
making the world more connected than ever before.
Today, we stand at the edge of another revolution. Artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and real-time translation tools are breaking down the last barriers of language and distance. From hand signals in prehistoric times to instant video calls across oceans, the evolution of communication is a testament to human creativity, adaptability,
and our endless desire to connect.
All the information we provide comes from verified historical sources, including books, records, and archaeology. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thrones of Knowledge, And don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified on time. Suggest our next topic in the comments to help make our journey even better.